new contact bearing 129, designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 139, designated Sierra 3. Con sonar new contact bearing 150, designated Sierra 4.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's
Con sonar new contact bearing 1.
It's gonna be a busy one. Let's make these guys quieter. Okay, it's Captain Numpty or David Steele, and here's me boat. And today we're in a permit class. We're actually back in SSN Greenling. That's 614 as a pennant number. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to this view here. Today we're doing the Udaloy challenge, or Udaloy. Now, I first saw this on Captain Chang Plays channel, and I thought to myself, how hard can this be? I don't feel like playing that, thank you very much. It's tough, so the challenge is facing off against 10 Udaloys, and they're in aggressive mode. So first things first, before we get started with this, let's just go ahead and open a can, because this is going to be a long one. There we go. I'll take the head off that during the game, so my play might get progressively better or worse depending on how things go. So the objective here, is it to sink, fight, or survive? Well, I really want to sink all of these guys, and that's not likely to happen. But what we're going to try and do is I'm going to try and get as many of them dead as I can, and it is going to be a challenge. It's going to be could be quite a long game, so I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of torpedoes out straight off. We have a layer to play with. Yes, we do. Thank you. It's a weak duct. It's a weak layer. It's fine. What I want to do though is get these torpedoes at least, you know, off in a different direction to me, and I suppose really I should probably turn and face these guys to minimize my sonar contact.
Come right to 157.
Now, this is going to end in tears. They are going to detect those torpedoes. They are going to detect me. I am going to come under fire, and we're going to spend a lot of time evading UGMG-1s, and then USS 80s as we get closer. And if we get closer still, and I hope none of this happens, but it will, we're going to be avoiding depth charges. So, the Udaloy. She's a nasty piece of work. I mean, one of them is bad enough, but when you're dealing with 10, yeah, that's just a recipe for it. Yeah, no, thanks very much.
Sierra 9 is classified as escort.
Now, we're using the Greenling for two reasons. One, I'm lazy and I quite like the boat. And two, I have a number of different submarines that I've sort of customized for about 1982 and early 80s gameplay. Let's make the crew a little louder so I don't try and talk over them.
Lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 130, contact faded.
That'll do. Right. So I quite like her sensor array. Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, TV16, the ANBQQ5. So she's got the standard sonar C, I believe. But in terms of weapons...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9, last bearing 159, contact faded.
We're carrying a mix of Mark
Con
48s.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 161, contact faded.
These guys are persistently telling me orders, telling me what's going on, which is nice. So, Mark 48s, we've got some Mod Zeros, some Mod 1s, and some Mod 3s. Now the Mod 0, the Mark 48 Mod 0, that is the initial pre-production
Con, helm, steady course.
It's got a bit of a compromised warhead, it's got a bit of a compromised sensor suite, but it's nearly as fast and long-ranged as everything else. I'm going to go ahead and load a couple of those. The Mark, or the Mod 1 even, better warhead, better sensor. And the Mod 3, that's the version, the non-hardcap version that you get in the game. Best sensor and a pretty effective warhead. So, in terms of weapons that we've got, a bit of a mix. Now, all of them we'll have a pretty good go-over of the Udaloy. But gotta be fair, the mods...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 136.
The mod 0 is least likely to sink one, as the warhead is that little bit smaller. Now, like I say, they will still do one over, and whether they sink it or not immediately...
Come right to 177, helm I.
I've been playing around with this idea, failing
Con sonar
epically,
lost contact. Sierra 7, last bear.
Con, helm, steady course.
but never taken it quite as seriously as I am doing right now. What I found is that the Mark 48s, they may not sink a Udaloy immediately.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 166.
And they may even keep it in the fight, which is very bad news, but they tend to make a mess. Okay, Udaloy. Yeah, like I say, she's a nasty piece of work. She's capable of 35 knots, so she's quicker than me. She's
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
7,500 tons. Good sensors, good weapons. SSN-14 is a nasty piece of work. That's a rocket-launched, missile-launched, missile-drop torpedo. Don't like those at all. USS-80s, don't like those either. The long-ranged, wire-guided, at least in a submarine. Again, nasty piece of work. And if I get inside 6,000
Con
yards...
sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 161.
She's got depth charges too.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 160. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 138.
This might get a little noisy as we redetect all the contacts. But she's got depth charges as well. Anti-missile guns pretty much complement the defensive
Con
ability she's
sonar
got.
lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 162. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 160. Contact faded.
Now she's coming right at you. You might get a lucky harpoon at her. Those point defenses are quite good. But that's just against one, and if there's a
Con
cluster of
sonar
10...
regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 133.
It was a cluster of 10. Forget it. They've got nice point defense coverage, so harpoons are out, and I've removed the harpoons from this warload and fitted torpedoes. I'm trying a pretty classic maneuver, I think it's fair to say. A pincer, one torpedo on the east, one on the west, and I'm going to run torpedo 2 against Sierra 1. I'm going to actually... still got 19 minutes of fuel left. I'm going to run him a little directly south. My thought is that the Sierra 6, Sierra 8 are a similar distance away, and they're maybe a little more threatened by Torpedo 1 than the Udaloy Sierra 1 is by Torpedo 2. But I'll start my attack run soon. I want the enemy to not know where I am, and these guys have got good sensors, so they're going to figure out where I am. I am hiding in what is almost, you might say, the kind of the sweet spot of the sonar, and that is just below the layer. You're a little hard to detect.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 182. Contact faded.
That's a little nerve-wracking, the fact that he's hiding, but my passive sonar's not the best.
Come left to
Okay.
158.
He's just detected
helm
torpedo
I.
2, so the game is afoot. I'm going to run torpedo 2 towards him. I'm going to put it into attack mode. And this torpedo is going to bob to the surface. Bob. We can watch that happen. Yep, so almost already there.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 184.
And run up to attack speed. So it's going to be essentially going balls out. Balls out being a term here that means traveling at best speed possible, don't you know? And we'll see if he can at least busy Sierra 1. Now he is turned away. Sensible chap, he's turning south.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right, now Torpedo 1, I don't know where these two Sierra
Con,
6
helm,
Sierra 8
steady
are.
course.
I'm going to try and give them a bit more of my towed arrow.
Come right to 208. Helm aye.
They can't detect me right now, so Sierra 1's running. Completely running. Full defensive, let's get out of
sonar,
here.
noisemaker bearing 185.
Okay, I'm going to manually keep this this torpedo on target. So Sierra 1 is most definitely a threat. He may be running, but he could still detect me, and that would be very bad. And the other two Udaloys, 6 and 8, may have an inkling that there's something going on. Let's go ahead and switch to torpedo 1. I'm actually going to try this, see if we can detect them. Let's get this thing running, active, or running live.
Con, fire control, weapon
Well, look
acquired.
at that. We know, okay. Now, I'm assuming that that's Sierra 8, but it might not be. So now, I'm threatening two targets.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 182.
This makes me very happy. And of course, they don't know where I am.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 127.
Con, fire.
Con, helm, steady course.
Now, I'd love it if we can tackle, kill both of these, but just distracting them for a period of time is enough. I've only got 2 wires in the permit class, so I can't get another torpedo out and guide it to the target. I really want to guide them. So, we're not...
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 145.
Sierra 2, you might be close. I'd love to watch this engagement.
Con sonar,
can we manage it?
noisemaker bearing 180. Con
which one
sonar,
is that?
noisemaker bearing 131.
Torpedo 1, maybe? Maybe? Can we turn it around? I think so. Let's crank it around.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
No, I was actually selected torpedo. Ah, you numpty. I was selecting torpedo 1, but I meant to select torpedo 2. Try that again, shall we?
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 124. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 178. Contact breaking
let's get
up.
another one out.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Okay, so the second torpedo wire guided, or the third actually to be fair, I'm going to head that one due east. I'd like it if torpedo 1 hits something or strikes something, but we have caused all sorts of consternation. And they don't know where I am right now, which is very nice. That will not last. There he is. Let's see if we can kill this guy.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 122.
I'm gonna manually steer this torpedo right up his jacksie. Hello, chumps.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra
Don't
8,
mind if I
last
do.
bearing 120. Contact breaking up.
Okay.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
So you may be asking yourself, or asking me, why am I pointing my torpedo at the enemy and then immediately having it change its course? Well, the reason there is occasionally the wires go.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
You'll lose a wire, and when that happens, you don't really want to lose your shot. You want to be a Hamilton. You want to, you keep your shot for something that's vital. So if I lose the wire, at least it's going to run towards the enemy, and we hope be a threat at some point. Okay, so Sierra 2 and Sierra 6 are next for the target list. I'm very surprised nothing has taken a bite to me yet. Although Sierra 2, I wonder if these 4 were forming a picket and the other 6 are somewhere south. They may be. So torpedo 3 and 4, I'm running them east. I'm going to turn the corner and then run them south towards the enemy.
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I'm going to accelerate time here to save this from being a very, very long video. There you are. Now, there's a chance. See, Sierra 2, he's not able to detect me. Hiding in this little sweet spot is a nice little trick. But like I say, he will detect me eventually. I'm actually going to run ultra silent.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet even. Okay, let's turn torpedo 3 south. I think 4 we can also just about run south as well. Let's run him towards Sierra 6. So 3 I'm designating is going to go towards Sierra 2. There'll come a point when he is able to detect me. He's getting closer. He's 8,000 yards away. So I think I'm going to run... yeah, let's point my nose towards just a little east of Sierra 2.
Come left to 153. Helm aye.
I really want to run torpedo 3 to attack him, but I think it's a little too soon right now. And torpedo 4, if I can get a better lock or acquisition on Sierra 6, but I reckon he's somewhere pretty much south of me. I think he's close to where he looks.
Con, helm, steady course.
Let's put 4 into attack mode. Torpedo 4, let's run him like that. Torpedo 3, we still want to get behind Sierra 2.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 127. Designated Sierra 10.
10 is not a Udaloy. And that might be an Alpha. One of those nasty little surprises is probably civilian. But I don't know. Let's check. So it's a whale. Okay.
Con, sonar, Sierra 10 is classified as biologic.
Con, fire control,
Okay.
weapon acquired.
It looks like Sierra 6 has been acquired by Torpedo 4, and Sierra 2, he is just tracking west-northwest at 19 knots. He's becoming a concern.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 190.
Okay, so we struck Sierra 6, but we didn't sink him. Torpedo 3 is now turning onto the tail of Sierra 2. He is 6,000 yards. I don't like this. I'm actually going to kill power
Make
right
turns
now.
for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
And I need to point my nose towards him, because if he detects me...
Come right to 194. Helm aye.
I mean, he shouldn't. He should be more concerned about this torpedo sneaking up behind him. And let's get this torpedo into attack mode. I really need this to close the distance before this Sierra 2 Udaloy detects me.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Because then the game will be
Rig
up.
ship for ultra quiet.
Back to ultra quiet.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 197.
He's detected the torpedo behind him, and I'm hoping he's firing at the torpedo, not firing at me. Let's see if we can see that torpedo. Maybe.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
I think he is, but yeah, that's a little worrying.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Switch from my view. Can I see much of what's going on? No. But he's 5,500 yards. He's way too close for comfort. If I hear this guy
Con,
firing me,
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 201.
if I hear his rockets firing me, I'm in big trouble. I'm gonna have to, well, hope that he's not a good shot. Because I can crash dive, I can flank and full down, but that's probably not going to save me from incoming depth charges. What will save me is him getting hit by this torpedo. And of course, this is a mod 0. This has the inferior warhead, which is why Sierra 6 is still floating around. Probably a bit knackered up, but still floating around. Knackered up. That's a wonderful, quaint British expression. It means broken, slightly. Okay, come on. Detect this guy.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing
Ooh, hello, Sierra 4.
203.
I don't like you being quite so close. But you're not going to detect a launch, so...
Con, fire control,
Here's
we've
what I mean, I
lost
just
the
lost
wire.
the wire, and now I'm in big trouble.
Con,
Come left to.
Because
Make turns for 5 knots.
that
Maneuvering aye.
shot is going to lead them right back to me. Now, Sierra 2, you
Con,
need to eat
maneuvering.
this.
Making turns for 5 knots.
Come on, come on, come
Con,
on.
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Come on. Eat this torpedo and sink. I know I might just end up targeting. No, my torpedo I targeted is going to go past Sierra 2, so it's not going to threaten him. Okay, where are you, Sierra 2? Where'd you go? Because all the while, I'm just not doing wonderful things.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 198.
Okay, so Sierra 4 cannot yet hear me, but he's not a million miles away from being able to. Yeah, we're gonna get him. Come on, torpedo 3.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
That's a good lad. Go on, just a little further. I got him, I hit him, but he's not sunk. Yeah, that's not good. Let's, I can't even hear if he's on fire. Nor is Sierra 6. Okay, I'm now in a bit of trouble because I've hit these guys, but they're not dead. And because they're not dead, and now, of course, they know where I am. I get another mod 0 out. I'm going to run it here.
2-4. Aye,
I'm going
sir.
to run up to 15 knots. I think I'm going to get rumbled.
For 15 knots.
But
Maneuvering
I
aye.
also think, in being rumbled, they're going to fire upon me, and that's very bad news.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Sierra 2 is very close to being able to detect
Con,
me.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 206.
I think... He's doing 21 knots. Let's get this torpedo into attack
Con,
mode.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Run it along the surface, run it faster. He's gonna know the direction I'm coming from, but we might be able to sink him quicker. And let's take a quick drink because I need to at this point. I think I want to turn away and try and minimize my active sonar profile.
Come left to 027, helm aye.
As you see there from the yellow lines, there's a lot of them around, but this guy is most definitely the closest and getting the strongest return. So 7 decibels now active. It was 8 a few seconds
Con,
ago.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 203. Contact is in the
I know that
baffles.
we're losing him because he's in the baffles, but I'd rather
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 203.
not know where.
Con, fire control.
Con, helm, steady course.
I'd rather not lose contact with him, but I also minimize the chance of him detecting me, and that's quite important right now. I can also follow him based on where his noisemakers are. So he's traveling from west to east at 20-something knots, and he has a torpedo homing in on him. And he tried to notch it, but it hasn't worked so far. Now, I could active ping this guy, but I don't think I need to. I need to open up the distance just a little bit. I really do not want to be inside 6,000 yards. Depth charges.
Con, sonar,
Hey,
lost contact.
gotcha.
Sierra 2, last bearing 20.
Okay. I'm happy that
Make
we
turns
took
for
care of
5
that.
knots. Maneuvering
And
aye.
I think I want to get another mod 0 out towards Sierra 6. There's a whale somewhere kicking around in there. Let's,
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2, bearing 201.
I'm going to run out in this direction. for a
Con,
time.
sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 4.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 225.
Sierra 4 is being threatened by a torpedo, which I'm very happy about. It may be in mod 0, I can't remember at this point, but it's still being threatened by one, so it's busy. Sierra 6 is probably my next, well, maybe Sierra 4, but Sierra 6, 10,000 yards away. How far away is Sierra 4? 9,000, okay. I think we can run east for a time now. Let's go ahead and run east.
Come right to 090, helm aye.
And,
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
let's watch some torpedoes go to ultra
Rig
quiet.
ship for ultra quiet.
that is one of his, one of theirs, one of theirs. It's one of mine. Okay, so there's only 3 torpedoes in the water. I don't detect any of them with my sensors, but I can see all 3 like this. So this thing is moving.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 230.
I mean, that doesn't seem too bad. Maybe. But they're coming this way. Because... yeah, I don't like the look of that. Coming this, of course, they're coming this way because they're following the line of the torpedo. So let's get up to 15 knots, I think.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I can run quicker if I so feel the need, but I'd have to run deeper if I want to exceed 20 knots. And right now, I just want to reposition just a little bit.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
We kind of lose a little bit of the immersion by watching what their torpedoes do, but I want to do this because I'd like to not sink. So these are the 2 torpedoes. This is in search mode now. Okay. Let's see, can we detect them? Oh yeah, there they are. So that we can see them. They might be anticipating where I'm going.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Drop down to 5 knots again, and let's listen. I think I want to maybe. I need to be able to see them on my this sense. There they are. Okay. Yeah, they are a threat. I figured they were.
Come left to 306.
Actually,
Helm
we can
aye.
probably do this.
Come left to 275. Helm aye.
Oh, did our torpedo get him yet? No, it's still faffing around, floating around. Okay. The Sierra 4 is at 35 knots. That's a clue as the fact that we didn't get him yet. I'm going to run up to 15 just to help turn the corner.
Make turns for 15 knots.
This blue
Maneuvering aye.
whale just wandering into the fight. I wonder if we could equip these with a mod and give them weapons. Just wandering into the fight quite happily. There you are.
Con maneuvering. Making
Guess he's
turns
coming up
for
for air.
15 knots.
And it's great that, you know, he's there and all.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 239.
Okay, but we want to, we're turning away. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we are actually from those torpedoes. They're not a threat, actually. I thought they were.
Con sonar lost contact.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So best possible signal we've got on Sierra 4. 4,500 yards. That's not very
Con
good.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 132. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 10.
Con maneuvering.
You can see
Making
him.
turns
Let's
for
take a
5
look.
knots.
Got a hole in his side. No, I think he is just traveling at flank because he either needs to Oh, no, he slowed down.
Pursuit 2-3. Aye, sir.
Come left to 235. Helm aye.
With him slowing down, there's a very good chance he's going to detect me, as I'm not pointing towards him. I will be in a jiffy, and also my torpedo. So I've launched it as quickly as I could. Essentially, they make 20 decibels of noise when they get launched, and he could potentially detect that. I don't think he did. I think he was still traveling too quick. But yeah, that's going to get potentially messy. I want to launch my torpedo northwest. I want to get a bit of separation there between it and I. It's 1,000 yards away. That's great. He's now running away from me. Okay, this is advantage to try and close the distance. I'm going to accelerate time here. Yeah, he may have detected
Con,
this.
helm, steady course.
I'm going to run this torpedo into... I'm going to chase him down, I think. Go ahead and turn back this way
Come
now.
left 2. 1, 2, 2. Helm aye.
So I reckon the Udaloy has saved me through turning around.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing,
He's
2,
spotted
4,
the,
5.
The torpedo. Okay, so let's run this thing active. Yep. It's a mod 0, the range is kind of short. Now Sierra 6 appears to be on the move. I want to take him out as well.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Go ahead and do the same trick. We'll run this thing
Con,
east this
fire
time.
Con, helm, steady course.
Gonna run south.
Come right 2. 1, 8, 0. Helm aye.
I'm very surprised they haven't really detected exactly where I am yet. I mean, I've been doing my best playing tonight in the real world, don't get me wrong. If you watch this the day it gets released, it will go out 7 a.m. Texas time, Central. I think we got a chance of whacking 04, because he is not seemingly... he's
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing,
he's
2,
maybe
5,
notched
3.
it there, but I'm still gonna aim for him. To manually steer it, maybe I can catch him. Maybe. I don't I'm not able to detect him right now. Jolly shame. I'd love to give him something to think about. Where are you?
Con, helm, steady course.
It's like
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 2, 5, 9.
There he is, okay.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Right, I also don't know where Sierra 6 is. He's now potentially moving away from me. But I would like to attack this guy from a different vector of my own. So, yeah. We've taken out 3. We're about to hit a 4th, I think. We've hit another one too, I'm pretty sure of that. This is about
Con
to...
sonar, noisemaker,
Yep, think he's gonna
bearing,
get one.
2, 6, 3.
Alright, we took care of Sierra 4. Okay, so that's sunk 4, and I think we damaged 1. This is not quite my most successful attempt at this so far, but not far off it. Let me go ahead and accelerate time. I think the Udaloy is on patrol in roughly this area where we think
Con,
he is.
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Where our sensors think he is. So I'm going to run this torpedo live in a few seconds. Like about now. And we'll let it...
Con, fire control, weapon
So
acquired.
we'll let it snake. And I think 6 we already damaged. So this might be the killing blow.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing, 1,
Okay.
2, contact breaking up.
Now, the game is...
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
So the game is afoot, but it's not over
Break shift
yet.
for ultra quiet.
But we've managed to take care of 5. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, because this next stage could take quite a period of time. I'm going to reposition. I'm going to creep my way south. I can see their active sonar pings, and they're to the...
Con sonar, regained
hello.
contact on. Sierra 9, bearing, 1, 9, 5.
Well, now this might have got a little more interesting. Where the devil are you? You are not as far as I thought. You know, I talked about being in the sonar hole. Well, yeah, I think I am in a sonar hole, but
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
it hinders my ability to detect them too. I'm going to run this torpedo west. Try and attack him from his west side, although this is most intriguing. Yeah, there you are. Well, there's another one bites the dust, I think. I mean, right? will attack from his front right quarter, like so. And he is probably not going to see this thing coming until it's almost on top of him. Okay, now he's fired upon the torpedoes.
Con, fire control,
Make
weapon
it live.
acquired.
See how it's got a much longer sensor range than the mod Zeros. It's nearly twice. The Udaloy will be getting up to speed right now, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn away. We're going to turn southeast.
Come left to 137,
Accelerate
helm
time.
aye.
Let this torpedo guide itself in.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 228.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 233.
I mean, that almost seemed all too easy. Now, we've now halved the number of enemy ships.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Okay. I'm now going to pause the recording for a time. I'm going to change my depth a little bit. We're going to see if we can get lower and detect them, or maybe possibly pop above the layer. That seems a little dangerous, but we'll see. So I'll be back, and we'll see where I am when I return. Okay, this is interesting. So we detected Sierra 3, and he's definitely in range or ability of detecting me. I got a bad feeling about this. He's now about 6,000 yards away. If I launch, and I'm going to launch right now, there's a very good chance he's going to detect this.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Even though the numbers say he shouldn't, I'm still concerned that
Come
he's going
left
to
to
detect it.
083,
Also, just went
helm
above the
aye.
layer. That was a big mistake. That might have been a very foolish thing to do. And he's closer than we thought. He's 6,000 yards away. I think I left something to the
Come
north.
left to 004, helm aye.
Let's run this torpedo active. I'm getting it up to 15 knots. I want to
Make
keep the
turns
wire if we
for
can.
15 knots. Maneuvering
I
up.
may have caught him napping, but I've inadvertently been napping myself. Okay, it's got myself below the layer,
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1.
which is
Con,
good.
maneuvering, making turns
Just
for
going to end up
1,
notching him,
5
hoping for the
knots.
best. Let's take
Con
a look.
sonar.
Passing 400 feet.
I really don't know why he isn't
Passing 400 feet.
tossing depth charges at me. Does he just not know I'm here? He's... Yeah, what? Okay, he's accelerating now. I think he's running away. He is. Have these guys heard about me? They must think I'm Captain Chang. They clearly don't think it's Captain Numpty here, because, I mean, like, they would not be running away from me.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Surely.
171.
Well, I'm going to accelerate time this engagement because... Oh, look at that. Okay, that's a dangerous shot.
Come left to 045, helm aye.
But he didn't know where I was. He just... He guessed. Now, this thing goes live. I'm within its detection range. I did notch it. Well, what I mean by notching, we try and travel perpendicular to its course, getting as far away from it as we can, in as short a possible distance as we can. Now, if I'm above the layer again.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 185.
Do not want to go above the layer, David. Get it to about 370 feet and keep it there. More or less. That will do. Okay. The danger of this thing acquiring me is reducing as it runs behind me. It's still a risk, though. But I'm going to start to turn. I'm going to do a Han Solo maneuver, a gentle turn to the right. Okay, let's let my torpedo figure out where the target is. But soon, because...
Con, fire
Thank
control,
you.
weapon acquired.
Okay, Sierra 3, I think you're about to meet your Mark 46 Nemesis for the
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 195.
We're still tracking him? No. We're not still tracking him. He escaped.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 197. Contact breaking up.
No word of a lie. I am surprised that worked, but I'll take it.
Come right to 101, helm aye.
About, let's take a look. Right. Well, let's go hunt some more targets. So I think we've got the measure of these guys. To my surprise, so, nervous feeling right now as we wait for that torpedo to not acquire me.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, I think we're alright. Going to accelerate time, and I'm going to pause the recording.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Right back.
Knots, maneuvering aye.
That's disappointing. Just picked up another Udaloy.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
Pretty much.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Pretty much right on the nose. And I'm assuming he's more than 4,000 yards out, so I got a torpedo out and immediately lost the wire. And I was traveling at 5 knots and I wasn't maneuvering. Happens sometime. Had I been firing that torpedo in a different direction, then we would have wasted the shot. So this torpedo on the way is still a potential threat. I've put myself up to 15 knots, mostly to make the turn quicker. We don't maneuver quickly at 5 knots, we're much quicker at 15. But I also think I want to get away. And now he wasn't able to detect me, but I was head on. Now I'm side on.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
So it's never a comfortable feeling. I'm going to drop back to ultra.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet at 5 knots and see if we can get a better idea of where he is, and more importantly, how much of a turn he's getting off me. So let's accelerate this time for a few seconds.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 1 bearing
He
1
seems to be
0
a good
7.
distance away. But minus 6 decibels, minus 5. My torpedo's gone live. He's coming into a trap. He's just fired. Okay, so he is about 8,000 yards away. I think I'm gonna be okay, having notched him already. I mean, a little hesitant to say I'm going to be okay, but I think he's going to make evasive action right now, if not already. So we may have kind of wasted that shot in the sense that torpedo, but okay.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 106.
But I'm assuming he's directly
Con
threatened by that
sonar
torpedo.
noisemaker bearing 110.
I mean, he's making
Con
evasive
sonar
action.
noisemaker
Wait,
bearing
did we just hit him?
1
We
1
did.
2.
Oh, well, look at that. Okay. I still need to run in this direction. We don't detect his torpedo yet. But
Con sonar
Oh,
torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the
yeah, we
water.
do.
Bearing
Okay.
107.
here we go.
Make turns for
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I was expecting to be doing this a long time ago. But here we go now. This is where it could
Passing
get
400
interesting
feet.
because 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. There are 2 of them left. These last 2 could very well sink me, especially if they're pretty
Con
close.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
Because if they hear this, they're going to start throwing rocket-powered torpedoes at
Passing
me.
600 feet.
That's never going to be fun.
Passing 700 feet.
Let's get down to about the 700-foot point, which close enough. Okay. 800 foot, that's good enough. What I think I want to do is try a numpty shuffle on this guy when he gets closer. I'm gonna essentially point the nose up to the sky and try and get above him and back in my original direction. I've got a bad feeling that the other 2 are not that far away. And they might be a little upset that me sinking all their buddies. So, in the words of Maverick, Pete Mitchell, Tom Cruise,
Passing 700
I'm
feet.
gonna let this thing get a little closer, but I'm not gonna slow down. That would be very bad. Okay, 800 yards, 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and turn a little port, like so. Okay, I need to reset. I didn't actually want to be ascending there. Let's go ahead and pitch the nose down a little bit. 500 knots, give or take. I might just actually end up going deeper rather than going shallower. I think we're about where we want to
Con,
do this.
maneuvering,
No, let's go
making
shallower
turns
because we've
for
got
29 knots.
a layer.
Con, knuckle
Okay.
formed. Passing 600
We're
feet.
turning towards him. I'm going to drop a noisemaker right here. Cracker, I think
Passing
I don't think
500
it's going
feet.
to work. I think he's turning too.
Con sonar,
Yeah, he
we are
is.
cavitating.
Oh well, it's not going to work.
Con, knuckle
I
formed.
don't like these torpedoes, and here's a good reason why.
Passing 200 feet.
Okay, I'm going to get above him. I'm going to drop down.
Passing 100 feet.
Attempt to drop like a stone. Turn
Passing 100 feet.
back towards him. Actually, no. Yeah, we are. We are going to turn back towards him after all. I want to get below him.
Passing 200 feet.
It's not really... Torpedoes don't really have a gender, I don't think.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, there he goes.
Passing 400
Straighten
feet.
up. We're going to get down to 1,400 foot, give or take.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
So it detected I was coming down. Okay,
Passing 700 feet.
that's fine.
Passing 800 feet.
Straighten up. We're still going to plummet like a
Passing
stone.
900 feet.
Let's go ahead and actually head back towards
Passing
my original
1,000
course.
feet. Passing 1,100 feet.
Noisemaker threw him off.
Passing 1,200 feet.
That's good. Depth, depth, depth.
Passing 1,300 feet.
Grief, that seabed came out rather quickly, didn't it? Now this might work. I'm going to say by might. We're not exactly going to hug the seabed, but we are deep. And we're heading towards a wreck. There's a few wrecks around me. I think he's diving down as well.
Passing 1,400 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep, David. You're getting a
Con, less than
little
50 feet
close
below
to the
the keel.
seabed. Just a little close, 30 feet. That's not great. Yeah, here he comes. Right, I'm going to go ahead and get my depth up. Let's pull hard back on that.
Passing 1,400 feet.
I guess submarines have a yoke. Because this torpedo will be searching for me
Passing
along the
1,300 feet.
seabed, and I don't know if clutter is
Passing 1,200
drop a
feet.
noisemaker. I think that was a little too shallow for the noisemaker.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Okay,
Passing 1,000 feet.
let's go ahead and actually reverse that.
Passing 900 feet.
There you go, I want to get my depth down again. So we will knuckle it if we can, which we didn't.
Con, knuckle
We did
formed.
there. Okay, so that's going to throw it off just a little bit.
Passing 1,000 feet.
I messed up the Numpty shuffle, and I'm aware that there's a Udaloy 12
Passing
o'clock.
1,100 feet.
With another one, I should say. So it's coming back on me. Oh, okay. We'll go for 1,400 foot depth. Maybe 1,350. Of a bit of margin for error.
Make depth 1,350 feet. Dive
And
high.
we'll let this torpedo come at me. And then what I want to do is do another knuckle. Noisemaker and knuckle around about the same time. Pull up really hard and get to 350 foot or shallower. Try and get above that layer. See if that helps. So, just to make life a little easier. I think he's close enough.
Passing 1,300 feet.
So ballast all the way up. Turning slightly to starboard, hard to port.
Con, knuckle
Here's a
formed.
knuckle, here's a noisemaker.
Passing 1,300
Let's go.
feet.
So we've got the ballast already pointing upwards. He might even go for the wreck. This is the
Passing
the
1,200 feet.
torpedo might do, but I'm hoping the noisemaker distracts it long enough for me to get up and
Passing
escape.
1,100 feet.
Okay, moment of truth.
Passing 1,000 feet.
It's not gone for me. Good.
Passing 900 feet.
We're going to spiral all the way up here.
Passing 800 feet.
Should make a ton of noise as
Passing
well.
700
I
feet.
don't want to slow down, but
Passing 600 feet.
I'm going to cavitate, which is bad.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay,
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
go ahead. Nose down really hard. Above the layer, that's good. 300 foot is good enough, and we'll rotate all the way around. Actually, and then we'll just go ahead and point in this direction right now. So the spiral, hopefully, is going to help. I don't really want to slow down, but I think I do in case I got a fire.
Make turns.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Well, that's useful, not cavitating. Okay. Can we detect where the bad guys are? I suppose we
Con
could.
maneuvering, making turns for 2-0.
Rig ship for
I
ultra
feel
quiet.
lucky. Let's go ahead and just turn around and see if we can detect where they
Come
are
right to
at this
3,
depth.
4, 1. Helm aye.
And if we can, we'll fire upon them, and then we'll stay at this depth and hopefully avoid this deep torpedo. This is risky because slowing down when I don't know quite how far away the enemy are is potentially very dangerous. Plus, if this torpedo does decide for whatever reason, oh, I'm going to pop to the surface, maybe my noisemaker will descend towards it. And there's my shadow. Maybe my noisemaker will descend
Con
towards
sonar
it.
regained contact on Sierra 7, bearing 155.
And confuse it, and it will decide it's going to change its depth. Okay, Sierra 7, where are you? You could go ahead and head in, just straighten up a little bit. 10,000 yards away, you can't detect me. But I think you merit. You definitely merit a Mark 48.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
We're going to go ahead and turn this southwest. Alright. Didn't lose the wire on that one, thank goodness. Gonna head north now. I want to stay fairly close to this
Come right
torpedo.
to 002. Helm
Can't detect
aye.
me when I'm right on top of it, but it can if I drift away too far. And if I drift too far away, the bad news is it's going to be on me like... Well, I don't know. It's going to be on me like... something that gets on something really quickly. Okay, let's accelerate time. I'm feeling bold here.
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, where is this guy? I can't detect Sierra 5.
Come right to 069. Helm aye.
But he is... Sierra 7's at 14 knots. So he's listening. He's trying to detect... Hey, there we go. He's trying to detect me. Let's get to 370 foot. And I'm giving my towed array the best chance to pick him up. But I'm above the layer. It hasn't worked so far.
Con, helm, steady course.
So, okay. Oh, wait.
Passing 400
Slightly
feet.
too deep. There we go. I'm gonna take a chance and see if he is roughly where we think he is. I think he is. And if so, let's run this torpedo, but I want to just get the torpedo depth just below the layer. So you push 8 on the keypad as by default. Here we go. The torpedo's now running below the layer, which means he's much harder to hear. And I'm going to guide him in using my own sensors. So the torpedo might detect the Udaloy and run to him.
Con, fire
There we
control,
go.
weapon
And
acquired.
It has, but annoyingly it decided to spiral as opposed to pull up straight into his face. So that's disappointing. But I'm manually taken over. There we go. It was a little further south than we thought. So now the torpedo's running along the surface. He still hasn't changed his speed. He's doing 14 knots. I think he's about to get a nasty surprise. Okay, he's firing upon the torpedo, but I'm not concerned about that. It's going to be well clear. Another torpedo, another 2 torpedoes. I think this guy knows he's in big trouble. I mean, he's seen 7 of his buddies get hit and sink. So angle dangle here as he cracks it onto port. Except now he's turning very hard. He's accelerating. A nasty piece of work. These very effective platforms, at least in the game.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 173.
I'm going to manually steer my torpedo towards this guy. I'll accelerate time for a few seconds because really want
Con
to
sonar,
sink this guy.
noisemaker, bearing 173.
Okay, now let's see. I think we're about... we just lost good enough sonar on him.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 173.
Okay. One down.
Come right to 109. Helm aye.
Bit of accelerate time. I got a bad feeling we're going to bump into this guy sooner rather than later, but...
Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, I'm going to pause the recording, and I'll be back once we have a better idea where he is, so don't go anywhere. Okay, we've just reacquired 05, and... well, he is not that far away, so I'm going to go ahead and get a torpedo out.
Shoot 2-3.
I'm going to notch,
Aye, sir.
I'm going to notch northeast.
Come left to 039. Helm
I'm
aye.
going to try the same technique as I tried last time, which is, I guess, pinch him by the nose, kick him in the ass. That may not translate. 7,000. He's not that far away. In fact, he's not. He's closing with me as well. Let's go ahead and accelerate time. Don't have a speed on him yet. Yeah, he's coming right at me, and this whole coming right at me sketch. If they can't detect
Con,
me,
helm, steady course.
19 knots. So he's not doing 14, which is good. He can't detect me yet. I mean, if I'm making this look easy, it's never been this easy before. I promise. It's been bloody hard. But I've dog-legged it round. Let's go ahead and put this thing in attack mode, and let's see if we can pick him up. 5,000 yards away. There he is. He's just given away his
Con,
location.
fire
so
control, weapon acquired.
I'm not saying it's a matter of time now, but he's gonna catch this, and I'm gonna defeat the scenario. So, I did not expect to be anywhere near as proficient at this as I appear to be. So, yay! Maybe I have learned something, and if I have, then everyone that's helped me over the
Con
years,
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 119.
thank you so much for helping. Not that this is the end of the channel or anything, I'm just like, wait, what? Is this me actually doing well? Well,
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
relatively well. I mean, you know, let's not push ourselves too much, right? But I really think this guy's going to get it. So I should
Fire control, weapon acquired.
clearly try this at the skipjack there now, shouldn't I?
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 116.
Yeah, he's now running. He is about to eat another torpedo. Because who doesn't like eating a Mark 48 for breakfast? I can think of a few people that wouldn't, they're mostly Russians. Or Russian sympathizers. We shan't mention any names. Excuse me, oh gosh. I don't think I would wish J.D. Vance on the Russians.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 113.
Enough of these murmurings, David. You have a job to do, and you're going to take care of this guy, and he's going to appreciate it. He's going to appreciate
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
your 48 up his jacksy.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 112. Contact breaking up.
Right, well there you have it. We successfully completed the Udaloy challenge. I did think we would pull that one. I'm very happy that we did, and it took a number of attempts to do it, but none of them were anywhere near as successful as this. I guess ducking just under the layer happened to be just the perfect depth for this scenario. So, I hope you enjoyed that, hope you got something from that. Mucho thank yous to Captain Chang Plays for the idea of the scenario, I appreciate that. If I don't forget, and I shouldn't, I'll mention you in the description, so you at least get a notification here. And thanks so much for hanging out today. This game took several hours of real world, and I don't know quite how long the recordings will be able to stitch them together. There are a few. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from this. I'll see you the next time.